Hello everyone, welcome to Mockingariana 3. It's Sunday, which means a new video. Today's video isn't necessarily about the next step, but I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys have asked. Some of them are surrounding the next step, some of them are just surrounding me. So yeah, I just hope you enjoy this little Q&A style video, and if you want me to do more, comment questions down below and I might make another video. Let's just get started. So my first question asked was, what is my favourite season of the next step? And I would probably say season 3. Although I liked how fun and kind of bright season 1 was in terms of the outfits and the dances and just the general kind of more childish storylines. Season 3 I felt was the characters fully maturing, like they'd just kind of gone out of their preteen stages and they were all kind of having like they'd developed their personalities. In particular, I really liked the episodes where they were battling against each other, like at the very beginning of the season, to try and get a place on the internationals team and go against Elite. I just felt like every episode of season 3 was pretty substantial and had some kind of relevance. It wasn't like a lot of filler episodes between one big storyline, kind of like what season 4 was. So yeah, season 3 is my favourite season. The next question was, should the next step be more LGBT? I actually spoke about this a couple of videos back, very briefly, regarding Daniel being gay. But yeah, I think it totally should have been, because in the world, not everybody is straight and you do have LGBT people. So I think it would have been good to have at least a few characters on the show so that children could get just a natural view of what society is, especially in dance. Not everybody is straight. A lot of male dancers are gay or on that kind of spectrum. So yeah, I think it would have been a better representation if not everybody was straight. The next question is, what is my favourite ship on the next step? Sirens again. Somebody commented on one of my videos that there's always sirens in the background, and I am sorry about that. I live like right next to an ambulance station and I'm in the city centre, so the ambulances have to go through to get out of the city of where I live, so it can't be helped. So the next question is, who is my favourite ship on the next step? And I'd probably say I really like Michelle, but I've kind of gone from wanting them romantically to just wanting them to be really close best friends. I don't know, I don't really have a favourite ship anymore. I'm just kind of okay with all of them. Then there's just a few that I don't really like that much. Yeah, I don't have a favourite, I like all of them a substantial amount. Next question is, who would I want as my dance captain if I was on the next step? And I'd probably say Noah. Although Emily is my favourite dance captain that's like ever been at the studio, I don't do very well under pressure and I don't like conflict, so I think being in an environment with Emily just would not be good for me. I probably wouldn't want to go to dance. Noah's a lot more relaxed and friendly, and I feel like I'd probably work a lot better in that environment. Who did I want to be together on the next step? I don't know, I'm not a big romance person with the next step. I don't really care that much about it. I don't think it needs a lot, so I don't really have couples that I wish I got together. Oh, Piper and Finn. I do like Piper and Finn. That's who I'd have together. So I'm hoping season 7 they will become one. Another question is, when did I start watching the next step? And I'm pretty sure I started watching it when the first episode came out on CBBC, but I honestly don't remember. If I'd watched it like starting season 2 or something, I think then I just would have gone back and watched it from there, like season 1. But I honestly don't remember. I just know it's been a few years now, and it has been from at least season 2. Another question is, who do I relate to the most on the next step, and who would I be if I was on the show? And I think I relate a lot to Rochelle, because she doesn't really show her emotions, and I'm not someone who kind of, I don't know, I tend to keep my emotions in a lot. I don't like to reveal a lot. I don't like to appear vulnerable. I like to put up a front and pretend that everything's fine even if it's not. And also I don't really like, I don't know, I've never had dance friends. I've always just had, like, I'd have my school friends usually, and then I'd just go to dance. I wouldn't really care about making friends at dance. But then when I went to university, the two became one, and I had to make dance friends because dance was what I was doing every day. So yeah, I relate a lot to Rochelle because she doesn't have many dance friends and her sole focus is usually just dance. And she tends to hide her emotions a lot, which is the same as me. Someone asked me if I am a dancer, and I am. I'm currently studying dance at university, and I've been dancing since I was 7. How did I get into dance, and was I competitive? I'm pretty sure, like, one of my family members just took me to a dance class. I can't remember if I asked to go or if I'd expressed some kind of interest in dance, but when I was 7 I went to my first dance class and I really enjoyed it, so I kept going every single week. I think it was about 3 hours every Saturday because I do ballet, tap, jazz, modern and a little bit of acro. When I joined secondary school, I left my dance school because the classes changed to being weekdays and I wouldn't be able to get there in time from where my new school was. So I then did BTEC dance when I was in year 9, so I was 14, 15 I think. And I was always in the school productions on the dance team, so I just kept dancing really, I didn't give it up. It wasn't offered to me as a GCSE subject or A-level, so I didn't do it then, but I did join a new dance school when I was 16 I think, but I only did ballet for an hour a week. But the fact that I couldn't really live without dance, like I kept wanting to do it, and when I left a dance school I needed to join a new one. I knew that dance was going to be kind of consistent in my life, so I decided to do it at university, even though people were saying, you know, go and do an academic subject because you're quite good at them. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in those kind of fields, but I knew that dance would always be a thing for me, so I chose to do that. And was I competitive? No, I only went to one dance competition, and I think it was in tap and maybe ballet, maybe jazz, I don't remember. I think I was about 9. And I remember that we did really well in the tap dance, but they never filmed it and put it on DVD, and I was really mad. Like, at my tiny age, I was really mad because my mom didn't get to see the show and I really wanted her to see the dance that we actually got medals in, but she couldn't because it wasn't on the DVD. So yeah, so I'm not a competitive dancer, I just dance because I love it and I want it to be my life forever. So surrounding my YouTube channel, a lot of people have asked me what does Mockingariana mean, what is the meaning behind my channel name, and there is a bit of a story behind it actually. So basically, when I first made Mockingariana, like the very first one that didn't have a number on it, I'm pretty sure my first video was a Hunger Games edit because I was really into the Hunger Games and I always read the books before the films came out, and that was like, I'm still really grateful that I did that because I really enjoyed both of them. So my first edit was a Hunger Games edit, which is where the mocking comes from, like a mockingjay. And then Ariana is because I love Ariana Grande. As you can see on my t-shirt, this t-shirt's from Primark by the way, it was £8. It's just got the God is a woman like picture on it and it says Ariana Grande, God is a woman. Yeah, so it was because I loved the Hunger Games and I loved Ariana Grande, and that's kind of the edits I was making. I would make videos compiling Ariana's performances of one song all together, so it kind of was a music video for the song made up of her performances of it. That's where Mockingariana came from, and it just stuck then. Even though I didn't make those videos anymore, I made Dance Moms and the Next Step ones, I just kept the name because it became my username. Did I ever think I'd become a YouTuber? Well, see, I wouldn't class myself as a YouTuber, I'd class myself as a student, but I kind of did because I started making videos on YouTube when I was 13, I think. The videos don't exist anymore, so don't look for them. But I used to lip sync to songs and put them up, so I'd film myself singing a song, put the original song on the top of it and mute me so that it looked like, you know, I was the singer. Honestly, I don't know how I did it because literally everyone in my class knew about it. They watched them in front of me and I just had no shame. I was like, yep, that's what I do. But yeah, I've always kind of been involved in YouTube. Obviously, I've had Mockingariana, Mockingariana 2 and now Mockingariana 3, as well as my original channel with me on, so I kind of always knew I'd have an interest in YouTube and probably one day have an audience that I'd talk to. So yeah, I guess I did always know I'd be a YouTuber. Another question is, will I have a personal channel not about the next step? And to be honest, I don't know. I'd like to think so, because there are a few things I'd like to talk about, especially university wise, because I watched a few YouTubers who specifically talked about university, such as Alice Thorpe. She was one of the reasons that I went to university, because I saw her videos on it and I really thought that it would be a good thing for me to do. And she had a lot of experiences at university that were very similar to mine. And I've had a rocky experience with university. Like, I do love it now, but it has been a journey to get to the place that I am now. So I do think I could offer some advice to people. So yeah, maybe I will have a personal channel, but having 3 channels under my belt would be quite a lot, and I don't really know what I'd talk about. So someone's asked me how long it takes me to make and edit a video, and honestly it depends on what I have going on during the week. In terms of an edit for Mockingariana 2, once I know what I'm going to make, it would probably take maybe 2 days, because the amount of time it takes to download the clips and edit the clips and find the music and chop it up so that it all matches correctly. And because I'm such a perfectionist, I literally will watch it about 5 times to make sure I'm happy with it, then I'll upload it. So those don't take too long, like a couple of days isn't that much to me. In terms of a talking video, I need to plan it, then I need to film it. Oh, before I film it, I need to do my makeup, because I don't wear makeup on a general basis anymore. Then have to edit the video and the sound so that it matches. Then I have to edit into little parts to cut out the bits where I stammer and don't know what I'm saying and pause. Then I have to find clips to go into it. Then I have to mesh it all together. That takes a long time. That's why I usually film about 4 videos at once, so that I've got a big build up of them to do, because they just take so much time and effort really. If I've got a lot of university work as well, it takes forever, because I'll usually edit a bit, and then while something's exporting I'll do a bit of university work, or while I'm doing university work I'll then say, oh, I've done enough now, so I'll treat myself with a bit of editing. So yeah, it takes a long time basically. Someone's asked me if there's going to be a new Keep Your Shirt On Noah, and if you don't know what that is, it's a book that I've written on Wattpad. There are 3 of them now, I think. Basically it's a very no shell based story, Noah and Rochelle, and Jackie's kind of the antagonist. She's like the enemy of them. They're getting quite dark, so I would really like to write a new one. It's just thinking of a plot that I can actually sustain and write well, because I don't want to just write one for the sake of writing one. I need to wait till I actually think of some good ideas. But maybe. I think it kind of ended well though last time, so maybe not another Keep Your Shirt On Noah, but maybe another The Next Step book. Someone's randomly asked me if I was obsessed with One Direction, and I was. Like, my favourite was Zayn, and I remember on my bedroom wall I used to have just loads of cutouts of newspaper articles and posters from books and magazines all stuck on there, and I used to have everyone's face, and I used to have a little book with kind of memorabilia in. It was quite obsessive. So I was obsessed with One Direction. Zayn was my favourite. Someone's asked me how old I am, and I'm 20. I'll be 21 on the 16th of April, so 2 days, and I'm very excited. Another question is, who's my favourite singer, and that is Ariana Grande, as we have established. I've loved Ariana since 2012. I distinctly remember that the only music video she had available was Put Your Hearts Up, and so when Baby I came out and Yours Truly as a whole came out, I was just so excited. I really wanted to go to the Yours Truly listening sessions tour, but that was only in America because she wasn't big enough, which is crazy to think now because she's huge. But I did manage to see the Honeymoon tour, which was in 2015. I've dedicated my life to Ariana Grande basically, so she's my wife. Someone asked me if I have any tattoos and piercings, and I have this tattoo here which says everything happens for a reason, and I got this on the 9th of June, 2 years after my Ariana tour, which was also on the 9th of June. So I was originally planning to get my Ariana tattoo, but then I thought this is very coincidental that I'm getting an Ariana tattoo on the same day, like the anniversary that I saw her. I was like, everything happens for a reason, and I literally say that all the time. That's like my life motto. It really means a lot to me. In terms of piercings, I used to have the top of my ear done, but it wasn't healing very well and it kept getting stuck on my mass of hair, so I took that out because it's also not very practical when it's not healed yet and you do a dance degree. I also have my second lobe piercing on this ear and my normal lobes, but I didn't actually get a piercing until I was 19 years old, so there's a fun fact for you. Someone's also asked me if I have another job outside of YouTube and university, and I don't have a job, but I do volunteer at a charity shop. I go on the till and I do actually really enjoy it. I really like working there. It's just I don't really have a lot of hours to spare at the moment because I've had a pretty full-on semester at university. And the final question is, what do I want from the future in terms of filmmaking? And to be honest, I'd love to make dance films rather than dance like edits that I make of the next step. But yeah, I just really want to achieve loads, and I'd love to be well known. I'd love to get noticed by the next step, or just the dancers, or even Briar, like how I react to her videos. I've always wanted to be noticed and kind of not be famous, but just well known for something. Like, I want people to know my name, and I don't think that's vain to think. Like, if you want to be well known in an industry, then go for it. I don't see the point in just wanting like an ordinary or average job or level of achievement. So yeah, I just want to be well known and make a name for myself. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this Q&A. If you've got any questions that I didn't answer, leave them down below, and I'm sure I'll do another Q&A quite soon and I'll get to answer them hopefully. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in next week's video.